very perceptive, Mr. Dunham. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard. No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine. Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akuma. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
Hyacinth, thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie! Oh, I've missed you. Miss! You can't say that. Lady Aglaya should always be Lady Aglaya. As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akuma presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akuma, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglaya doesn't need my help with things like this. Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the newsporists at the Grove of Epiphany and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikodo's attack on Akuma, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akuma.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away. Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akuma for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akuma intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
That sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trianne will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castros will be accompanying her.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Miss Trailblazer, why not go with him? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove Grave. I'd be delighted to show you around.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castros knows this too. Make good use of it. Trianne is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Akama, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her. Look, there she is! And Lady Trianne. But... did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury. Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Akama for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trianne knows the city has good doctors, so Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trianne. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first.
These wounds, they're caused by the black tide. This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the black tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trianne, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trianne believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trianne! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama! Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akama behind! Little Cass, little
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie! Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto wool felt.
Cass, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy? Puppy?
It's already action hour. Lady Trian, I hope you're well rested. You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trian say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trian.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom. But Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now.
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
Trian thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trian out? Yay! Then I'll call you Little Memmy from now on. Okie dokie! Trian remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Circes would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time!
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Circe's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress.
Look! A huge tree! It's huge!
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circe's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Felicis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Oh, Trianne knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival. Please don't speak such words once we're in the confines of the Grove.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
This place is too quiet. What?
Trianne found it! Everybody, fly across to the other entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storky should be just ahead of us.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
As I expected, something's not right here. Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet. That's possible.
Hello? Is anyone there? Oh. Huh, no one's here.
Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not. This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection. Well, these lines are documented in the Handbook of Nestia's Priests. So, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be. Are they white dryad flowers?
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action. Stream forth, gleam.
Does that hurt? No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead me, ma'am. Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Ma'am, can you read their memories?
Let me try. Black cloak, sword toward the great tree.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trian will be on high alert! This looks really scary.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about this? Mem! Memmy Mem! Memmy Mem Mem Mem! The monster is alive! Trienne will protect everybody!
Trienne, please hide behind us. Miss, let's do this. As expected. The words black, sword, and clove. We're talking about the Black Tide.
Still waters the flip. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You defeated it! Little Gray, little Cass, you're so strong! Memmy Mem Mem. Memmy Mem Mem. Memmy Mem Mem?
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks. But at what price?
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trienne just got in contact! The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid. Believe me, she is far nicer to the two of you than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our Flame Chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Orynyx, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trianne believes Circe's will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trianne. It's easy for Trianne to look for people because we can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trianne. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trianne gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trianne, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trianne. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trianne was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trianne is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trianne shall clear the way for all of you.
Memmy mem memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem mem. Memmy mem 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 mem. Mem mem mem. Memmy mem mem mem. So many monsters. Memmy mem mem memmy mem. Memmy mem.
Seek, and you will find.
Memmy mem. Mem mem mem. Memmy mem.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide. Save your energy. Yanis's power is far stronger than we could ever imagine.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods? Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory. Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time. It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Circe's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there. But making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound. Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way. Alchemy is truly incredible. No, you didn't imagine it. I heard it as well. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby, as we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe. We better remain cautious. Found it. The voice is coming from over there. No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way. Let's go check it out.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak. Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar. what an impatient child. Don't you know that haste makes waste?
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages and the litophagists. Of course not. Just ask the fair lady beside you. She'll definitely know the reason why.
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily. The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place. What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my answers? This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor. As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend. So, the solution is to awaken this heart.
this heart is the source of all water in the grove.
Indeed. When the sparks of inspiration burst forth within the grove, dewdrops fall and land within the pool.
Seems like it won't be possible to fill it up with just the few of us.
Just come with me. We must first retrieve a treasure if we want to awaken the heart.
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
Why exactly did you bring us here?
My intention should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affectionate love. They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods. All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden bough of vows for me. Indeed. Could it be that you actually do not know how to proceed?
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my. I'm helping you to eliminate your worries and obstacles, and yet I receive nothing in return. Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity. You're overthinking things. We're all in the same boat. Although it would be absurd to say that I have no other motives. Since you've brought it up, I might as well take